Hello everybody and welcome to another reaction video, and today we're going to revisit Demon Hunter again. Now I've reacted to Demon Hunter 3 times now. I did a track called Died in My Sleep, which I thought was a fantastic piece of music. I did another track called I Will Fail You, and I can't remember what the name of the other one was. I think it was something like Winter Sun or something like that. I can't remember exactly. And, you know, they're a very enjoyable band. I mean, they are a Christian metal band, and as I've mentioned before, I am very much not a religious person, although, you know, I do not mind listening to Christian metal. You know, I don't mind people being religious, just as long as they don't force it upon me. And I've enjoyed all 3 tracks that I've heard. So another track that was suggested to me was called Our Faces Fall Apart. So I looked up the song and actually found some information about it. And it is a quote by Ryan Clark. It says, "Our Faces Fall Apart is about Christians being held to an unattainable standard. I believe that as a man of God, it is my duty to be a light to the people around me, and though I feel that it is an important part of my walk with Christ, I, like most of us, often fall short of this duty. The point I try to make in this song is not to put people on a pedestal. Humans by nature are failures, and people tend to forget that. It's not my intention to fail as a witness of Christ, but I do. Fortunately, for all of us who fall short, the grace and mercy of God wash us clean as if we were flawless in His sight." And there is a quote underneath saying, For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God, being justified freely by His grace through the redemption that is Christ Jesus." Romans 3:23-24. So that was a bit of a sort of preachy sort of statement by him, but it does make sense. You know, people tend to think that because you're religious, you need to be flawless, you need to be constantly good, you're constantly nice, you do everything right, but that's not the case. Every human is flawed. Everybody will make a mistake. Everybody will make a failure at some point in their life, and that's the point he's trying to make. So it was a little bit preachy for my liking, but I get the meaning of what he's saying. So anyway, I've been waffling on for nearly 3 minutes now, so I think we'll just get straight to the song, because I don't really need to talk about the band, being that I've covered them 3 times already. So yeah, this is Demon Hunter, Our Faces Fall Apart. Let's see. Well, that was a bit of a surprise. It's a lot heavier than any track I've listened to before. There was the track that I can never remember the name of it. I think it's like Winter Sun or something like that. Cold Winter Sun, I think it was called. I'm not sure. Yeah, Cold Winter Sun. That one had quite a heavy thing to it, but this one feels a lot heavier. Obviously the Cold Winter Sun track had some harsher vocals in it, and had a fair amount of the clean vocals, but this one feels a lot heavier musically and vocally. So that was quite a surprise. Quite interesting. The song opens up, where is the inception of digression in a human life? When is the answer just a bright light? Who am I in shamelessly defining all the wrong and right? What is the difference if we all die? I am not the first, the last, the absolute. You will find no clarity in me. I am the deceased, the least, the solitude, failing every face I try to be. I'm not your progress, you pay of your pains. I'm stabbing the questions for answers I can't face. I'm losing the battle and I'm losing the battle and finding no life to retrace. I built this anguish with my own hands. I felt the burn inside my heart. I built this anguish with my own hands. I watched our faces fall apart. And then came in the chorus with the clean vocals, which sound slightly different from any clean sung song I've heard by them before. Things like Died in My Sleep and I Will Fail You had a really sort of much softer tone and sort of almost clearer sound to the vocals, whereas here it's not quite as soft, and it's not quite there isn't the same sort of clarity in the words. And it says, I felt the tears of your angels so cold. I saw the fall of all your children. I'm so cold. So, excuse me, he's basically saying, from the beginning, humans are fundamentally flawed. You cannot rely solely on me to be your guide. I will make mistakes. You cannot think that I am perfect. I am not perfect. I'm far from perfect. Nobody is perfect. You won't find all the answers from me. I might follow like a religion, I might follow God, this, that and the other, but I don't have all the answers. You can't come to me with all your questions and expect me to have all of the answers. That's what it certainly seems like. But it's worded in quite an interesting way, and like I say, quite heavy. I quite like it. Very, very good so far. Let's carry on and see where it goes. very, very interesting. Very interesting track. Let's just get straight back into like the meat of the song. It says, "We are just a fraction of the poison living in this place. How can we answer with a straight face? Who are you engaging every standard you would have us chase? Are we alone to run the last race? We are all the weak, the meek, the innocent, kissing every fault that we disgrace. We are of the worst, the cursed, the desolate, leaving every hope that we embrace." Then it goes into the pre-chorus again. "I am not your progress to pay of your pains. I'm stabbing the questions for answers I can't face. I'm losing the battle to find no life to retrace. I built this anguish with my own hands. I felt the burn inside my heart. I built this anguish with my own hands. I watched our faces fall apart." Then it goes into that clean chorus again. "I felt the tears of your angels so cold. I saw the fall of all your children. I am so cold." Then it came to a bridge section saying, "You turn your eyes to me in hope of my decline, pointing your blame as I faltered on that line. We saw your slander when you pulled it off the shelf. If you want justice, you'll point it at yourself. Face your fears, trace your tears, kill that blind assumption that you know how I react inside. I am not so hollow, you can't see what grows inside my mind, straight-faced." Then it goes on to the outro. "I built this anguish with my own hands. I felt the burn inside my heart. I built this anguish with my own hands. I watched our faces fall apart." Then the chorus again. "I felt the tears of all your angels so cold," etc. So it's pretty much like I said right at the beginning. He's talking about how because he's a religious person, because he believes in God and whatnot, people seem to think that he is a flawless person, that he is a man of pure thought, pure knowledge, that he is nothing but good. But, he's saying, as with all men, or as with all of mankind, should I say, everybody makes mistakes, everybody sins, as it were. And, you cannot turn to one person and expect that one person to be the beacon of all that is good, all that is right, all that is perfect in the world. Nobody can live up to that standard, and you cannot expect somebody to live up to that standard. It's foolish to think that someone can. It's foolish to think that you can. There's no way one person can be that pure. Everybody's. I mean, even at some point in her life, people like Mother Teresa has probably sinned. Probably made a mistake. People like the Pope. God knows the Catholic Church have made a hell of a lot of sins. But it's things like that. You cannot put all of your faith in just one person and expect them to be right and perfect always. So it's a good song with a good meaning, and I do like the song. It's very, very heavy. And the style of the vocal sort of really emphasizes his anger that people expect him to be the perfect person. It's like, you cannot put all of that burden on me. There is no way I can live up to your expectations. So it's good. I like it. Very, very interesting. Very well done. And again, yet another Demon Hunter song that I really enjoyed. Yes, very, very good track. I like it. But I'll leave that as it is. If anybody would like to make a suggestion for a track for me to react to, then please do so by all means. You can drop a comment in the comment section below, or you can message me on my Facebook or my Instagram. The links to those are in the description below. Do know, though, if you do suggest a track, it will take me a while to get around to it, because I get suggested dozens of tracks every single day, and the list grows faster than I can record videos. So whilst I do write down every single track that gets suggested, it will take me a while to get around to it, but it will get done. Also, Metalhead Reacts is a proud supporter of the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. They are a British-based charity whose main goal is to put an end to hate crimes, mostly those aimed towards people of the alternative subculture, such as people who listen to alternative music or dress in alternative fashion. It's something I think is very worthwhile, and it's something that really needs addressing, because on a daily basis we hear of all these hate crimes, like religious hate crimes, homophobia, transphobia, xenophobia, you know, all of these sorts of things we hear on a daily basis, racism and stuff like that. You know, it's in the news, it's in the papers, you know, we see it everywhere. But you never hear much about the people who are getting physically attacked every single day just because of the kind of music that they listen to. You know, these people are getting physically and verbally bullied because they don't listen to normal music, you know, because they don't wear normal clothes, you know, and it's unacceptable. You know, the fact that the Sophie Lancaster Foundation was brought into being because a young girl was beaten to death just because of the way she dressed. That shouldn't need to happen. We shouldn't have to create a charity to show people that something is wrong. You know, we shouldn't have to tell people it is wrong to beat someone just because they like a different kind of music. It's ridiculous that it should have to go that far. You know, it's ridiculous that we should have to tell people it is wrong to attack someone just for liking something different. You don't beat someone up because they like a different flavour of crisps to you, do you? You don't beat someone up because they don't like the same ice cream as you. So why should you beat someone up because they like different music or different clothes to you? It's ridiculous, and it needs to stop. And this is what the Sophie Lancaster Foundation are working towards. You know, they're trying to stop this sort of thing from happening, because it really does need to stop. It's unacceptable behaviour, you know. And yeah, I definitely think it's something that needs a lot more attention, because, you know, it happens all over the world every single day, but no one ever hears about it because it doesn't get the recognition it needs. You know, I've been beaten to a pulp because of the music I listen to. You know, I know several of my friends have been attacked because of the music they listen to and the clothes they wear, and I'm sure some of you people watching have probably experienced the same thing. You know, it's ridiculous, and it needs to stop. If you'd like to find out more about the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, there is a link to their website in the description below. You can go over there, find out what they're working on at the moment, find out what their goal is, because they can explain it without rambling on like I do. And, you know, if you can help them in any way, even if it's something as simple as one of these Sophie bracelets, that's absolutely fantastic. Every small amount helps. Every small amount makes a big difference. And the sooner we can put a stop to this, the better. But I'm going to leave that as it is for the time being. Thank you all very, very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
I built the cyclist with my own hands.